Hi, we are the Stop Wearing My Clothes podcast. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Amy.
One
One
podcast,
podcast, two
two
sisters.
sisters. As if you're watching on YouTube, we got some new ear muffins. What do they call earphones? I
Headphones.
don't know. Yeah, it sounds weird, but it's supposed to be helpful for the audio. That's why that first section, I can hear myself do everything. Can you hear yourself? Is this normal?
No, I can't hear myself.
Okay, maybe I'll just get used to it. Okay. So, this is episode 7, Bachelor in Paradise recap for week 3. Personally, I think that this week reminded me why I love Paradise. Week 2, I didn't say anything at the recap, but I was a bit bored. And so this week took it up a notch for me.
Yeah, the whole time it was go, 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 I feel like. And every single person is hopping ship. What is
There's so
going
many
on?
love triangles right now. I actually, in all my notes, I wrote a little triangle next to all of them, and my page is filled with them. Um. But we always do Bachelor news first, and I actually have like a whole list this time.
Let's
Are you
go.
ready? All right, Kelly Flanagan from Peter's season. Did you see what happened with her?
Does she has Lyme disease?
Yeah, she did like a really like emotional social media post, and definitely felt for her. I really liked her on Peter's season, even if she did end up going back to Peter at some point, which I don't agree with. But I do definitely feel for her, so I wanted to send out good vibes her way. But next, it's a feud. Connor B and Lance Bass.
Wow, why?
Lance Bass apparently, so when all the guys from Katie's season went on Bachelor in Paradise, they hadn't seen their season fully play out yet. So I guess like the first thing that Connor B said to Lance Bass was, haven't they played one of my songs yet from like Katie's season? And so he took that as, and like he's doing, the media, he's doing like a whole press tour right now for being the host. And was saying how he doesn't think Connor B is there for the right reasons. And then Connor B snapped back. But anyways, they're okay now. I think they did like some type of like back and forth on social media, and they're cool, but
I read a big article about Lance Bass, so I think he's gunning for Chris Harrison's job. I mean, it's not his job anymore, but
I saw that too.
yeah, like he was totally saying it'd be a dream come true, blah, 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 blah. I'm still voting for Wells, but if I had to have a second, I did enjoy him.
I did not like him, no, but it should be Wells.
Yeah.
I stand by that. But I mean, you could kind of see it in him when he hosts. He's very eager. He's very
Like, let's talk. I want to be in
yeah.
on it.
So far, I'm liking David Spade better. But he's doing great. Just David Spade was hilarious. Another big thing, Matt James is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. I actually did not see that one coming.
Me neither, but I'm pumped about it. I'm excited.
I have even more breaking news. As of 3 hours ago, today, as we're filming this, is September 1st at 8 p.m. Pacific West time. Pacific time?
Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time. So at 5 o'clock today, Matt James shaved off his beard.
Ooh, thank the Lord.
I was going to say, thank the dear Lord. So we will not be seeing that on Dancing with the Stars, and I'm so happy.
It'd probably tickle the girl's face. They probably can't have that.
Totally. Another kind of scandalizo is Jasenia and Chris. Well, to get more into like Chris is the new guy on the beach, and Jasenia leaves Ivan for Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually was wondering about this because Katie posted a picture of a group of people hanging, and Jasenia and Chris are in that. So they've hung out before.
I literally wrote that in my notes. I'm like, there's no way that they have not met before because, number one, I don't even remember this guy. So it's not like he's like this memorable guy that everybody was waiting for. And she apparently, all she'd been doing is talking about him coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, there's no way they haven't met. There's no way there's not already a connection. Because it felt like they already started on something. It did
A
not feel
hundred
like that
percent.
was the first
Yeah, it
time.
wasn't very that fair to Ivan, and everyone's freaking out about it. But then when people are like commenting under like Katie's, because Katie's picture that she posted, Katie's like, "Yeah, we all hung out as friends," and she did that like in all caps. So I
Mhm.
mean, I guess it was innocent, but like still,
Well, I just feel like it's unfair for anybody. Like, I feel like that's happening a lot this season, that people are meeting before. A bunch of
yeah,
people have like grouped up together and then now they're coming waiting for that person. And I feel like
yeah.
that's not fair for the people that are coming there like blind.
Even Jasenia did a post on her Instagram a couple months ago of a Polaroid of her and Chris selfie.
That makes no sense.
So yeah, something to think about as you watch them, And hopefully it's a love story and it's exciting, but yeah, it's a little double standardy. So let's get into it. First love triangle of the night. Chasen, Deandra, Carl. Go.
Okay.
Mhm.
I feel like Chasen was acting freaking weird. Like the way that, so I feel like Bachelor in Paradise, like you get your time. It's not like a let's go steal each other a million times like The Bachelor is. It's like people hang out and that's fine. Like you don't get to just keep taking them like, "Oh, you've had your time. You've had your time."
No,
I feel
it's
like Jason
super
was
weird.
being weird. Yeah, and like Carl was just trying to be a sweet guy,
Agreed.
given a gift, like wanting to be nice and genuine, and freaking Jason just, "Oh, I'm going to one up him. I'm going to do this." And it's like, what in the
Captain One
heck?
Upper.
Yeah, the whole thing was just messed up.
It was stupid.
I was way on Carl's side.
Hashtag Team Carl all the way. And yes, it was a Pandora bracelet. And yes, no girl wants that. But it's cute for a guy to try.
Yeah, and the necklace was just as ugly, so I don't know why he thought he was the winner on that one.
Demi's like sidebar of like, this poor girl keeps getting ugly jewelry. By the end of the night, she's just gonna be covered in it. I love
Demi
Demi.
actually was really funny this episode, even though she also was kind of psycho.
She's fun. She's a plant by the producers, and I've accepted it. It's just
Yeah.
amazing. Yes, I completely agree. How do you feel about how Deandra handled it in the rose ceremony? Because
Ah,
she did not give a rose to either Carl or Chasen. She gave it to her friend Ivan, who she wants him to meet someone else.
great call.
I loved it.
I say get rid of the drama. She wasn't invested in any of them enough anyway, so it'd be pointless to give them a rose. Neither one of them probably are going to find another connection at that point, so might as well give someone that really has a genuine heart the rose.
Agreed. I
Yeah.
feel Carl, I believe, is genuine. It's
Oh, for sure. That's not what I meant, but I feel like if she gave him the rose, he could have taken that the wrong way and then have
agreed.
gotten more hurt.
As long as she
Yeah.
didn't give it to Chasen, that made me really happy. He needed that little
Hmm.
bruise to the ego, and hopefully he looks within himself and becomes a better person.
Yeah, I was worried for a minute that she was not seeing through it and that she was just eating it up, but she was really smart, and
I
I'm
think so
glad.
too. I like her.
Hmm.
Second love triangle of the night: Chris, Jasenia, and Ivan. We talked about it a little bit already, but I really like how Jasenia and Ivan were just really mature about it. And even like later in the episode, and like, because there's 2 episodes this week, and the second, so it had already been like a couple days and stuff, and they were like hanging out, laughing, joking, even like joking about their breakup. I don't know. I just
Hmm.
really liked that, and I do think that Jasenia and Chris do have something. So I think it all worked out the way it was supposed to, and I liked that everyone was like cool.
Yeah, I like that there was more of like chemistry and like spark with Chris and her immediately.
Would you
I mean, I
ever
really
want a strawberry kiss? Because I don't like mixing food and kisses.
no, but I'd
Can't
rather a
wait.
strawberry kiss than like a cheeseburger kiss.
I feel like Jared's giving you a cheeseburger kiss. Um, so
I
yeah.
don't kiss and tell.
So not a dramatic love triangle. So moving on. I don't think we have really much to say. Do you?
Well, no, but we have a love quadruplet a love square.
Kenny, Mari, Danny, and Tia. This
Yes.
40-year-old man is getting these 20-year-olds just run right after him and is schlong.
So who would you, if it was just your choice, who would you be with?
Tia.
Yes, 100%. Okay, and one of my words that I was going to say to see what you would say too, China pot.
I loved it. I'm going to call it my China pot for the rest of my
China pot equals vagina for those who don't know.
life. In Tia's world. Have you heard that before?
No, I
Me
was freaking
neither. But
cracking up.
that whole date was truly amazing. They had like a nude date playing volleyball, and it was perfect for naked Kenny. Obviously, he loves dropping his pants.
But did she not know
No,
that he walked in naked? So I feel like
oh,
that's a conversation they need to have.
maybe at least they didn't show it. At least
And I never realized, I think I'm a lot like Tia. I don't know why, but
I
I
get Tia
just feel like she's my
vibes.
spirit animal. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
I'm
her.
like maybe a mixture of Tia and Demi.
Yeah,
Uh,
I feel that.
Mari, I haven't fully been able to see her personality. I feel like she's just legit a little bit more settled. I think just for reality TV. But one thing I
Mhm.
think we're gonna disagree on because I feel like I disagree on all the memes and stuff is the whole how the Kenny and Mari thing ended. I am totally Team Mari. Am I crazy? I thought she was trying to be like she wanted to get ahead of something. She was trying to be like cognizant of his feelings and be upfront and just being like, "Hey, like the point of this is to date. Let's like sitting down to have a conversation. Like I just want to let you know like I'm all about me and you, but I do want the option to go on a date if I am asked." For Bachelor in Paradise, I do not think that is some crazy thing to say, and he took it and ran to the boom boom room with Demi as soon as he possibly could.
Yeah, I feel mixed feelings about it actually because I totally see your point of view and I kind of felt that at first, but then I don't
I think
know
people are just judging
because
Mari hard right now, and I don't get it.
well, I think she had a right to be mad, but I think Kenny had a right to feel the way he did too. Because I feel like Kenny was feeling all in on her and then he felt like she couldn't commit to him and that probably hurt his ego.
In the sneak peek, you see Mari confessing her feelings for him again. Do you think that's going to happen?
Like they're going to get back together.
Because you hear Kenny saying, "Well, this changes things." But I mean, I know that's editing. He could be talking about guacamole, but
I feel like okay, rewind a little bit. Do you think that Demi actually likes Kenny?
no. I mean, I don't think she
Because
doesn't like him. But I mean, it's just like different. It's just different, and he is like, sorry, keep bringing up his age, but he's 40. I feel like he says he's like wanting to settle down and actually be with someone serious, and I don't think Demi's in that mind space, headspace, one of those words.
yeah, but it's weird because she goes on and on about how people should be dating. That's why we're here to see who everybody likes. And then the second Kenny wants to go on a date, she pretty much says, "I'm all here for you." I'm
Yeah.
like, you got to be
The
careful
one
there,
thing
girlfriend.
is you have to be a little bit more sensitive just because that's just the way things are is because they did go to the boom boom room. And so I feel like there is a different level of just being respectful there that you need to be like, they're just because they had sex doesn't mean they're in a relationship and have to be exclusive, but just to make sure that, I don't know, it's just a delicate situation, I feel like. More delicate when that gets involved.
I also am 100% on Mari's side between her and Demi. I feel like because they were friends, that was totally out of line.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a twist the knife. It could have been someone who she wasn't that close to or literally didn't talk to just a few hours ago about her problems with him. It is.
Yeah, who basically encouraged her and was like, "Yeah, you're here to date, you're here to do this." And then she snuck and went and got Kenny. Like, that's
It
terrible.
is. Agreed. Agreed. Let's see. What else do we got? Another love triangle is Marissa, Riley, and Connor. It's a little bit more of a straightforward one, but I felt like we needed to talk about it because of the
I
outfit.
was bothered. Okay, well, number one,
Okay.
I was bothered though,
Okay.
because she needed to be way more straightforward.
Agreed.
She knew she liked Riley. She knew there was no chance of her going with Connor. She should have said, "Me and him had a deep connection. We went to the boom boom room, and I just feel like I really need to pursue that relationship." Versus like, I don't know, let's just see what happens. Let's see. It's so
I
rude.
agree.
I was mad.
And I need to find like I think there's like a blog called Style This Look or Style Spotter, and they go and find all the reality shows, including The Bachelor, like outfits, and so you could buy them. I'm gonna find the Connor one and just hem the shorts a bit, and I'm gonna paint the town red
Or give it
or
to
paint
Marcus.
the
I think he
town
could.
orange. No, Marcus could totally rock it.
I loved it. I was so obsessed when he came out and he was just like, "Gotta one up, I gotta up my game now," or whatever. He was just like so confident and
It
just
was
so like he's such a nice
he
guy.
is.
Such a nice guy.
Yep. Before we get into some more love triangles, Natasha and Brendan had their first kiss. Talk to me.
Uh,
Talk to me.
I cringed. I cringed. It was basically me and Jared actually talked about this. Their kiss, I feel like, was like a kiss of an old married couple that you're kissing goodnight to each other, and it's like you've kissed each other a million times and you're just saying goodnight. You love each other. There's a bond there. Sure, let's kiss, but not any fire, no heat,
Not
like a
what a
pity
first
kiss
kiss
almost.
should be like. Yeah, it was
No.
him buying time. I have so much to say with a sneak peek, and we know that Piper is coming next week.
Uh,
I am so grossed out by him. So if he was
Me
up
too.
front, like, cool. I will give you a rose, you give me a rose, and we'll try to find someone else on the beach. Or so you can stay until Piper comes. Awesome. Cool. But to straight up lie about it, she point blank asked him. And then to keep stringing it along, saying he is putting himself into hot water for Bachelor Nation. He's going to be devoured alive next week.
I just don't understand why he had to be so rude. And like, okay, sure, being loyal to your woman, waiting for her, but like, no. Not okay to hurt people along the way.
No,
Not
I
okay.
feel for Natasha because she's just like the hottest on the beach.
And she's so genuine.
Mm-hmm.
So
If you had to
genuine.
put, maybe her
Yeah.
and James could be cute. No, who
Yeah.
gave
What about
James?
Ivan? Does she need more spice than that though? I feel like she needs someone a little bit more, even more than James. I think she needs someone that's more outgoing.
Yeah,
But I mean, she's into Brendan though, and he's not that well. I think he has some more spice than we know.
probably. I don't know. He just sucks.
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be a whole thing next week. We'll probably have a whole like talk about it for hours and hours. So get ready. All right. Another on a more positive note, unless you have anything more to say about that. No.
No, I don't.
Joe and Serena had their first date. I love them so much. I love Joe so much. I actually got I got a text from Alana, who was our last week's guest. I shall read it out loud. I stalked grocery store Joe because I was on your profile, and I think he's my type. Just for reference, if you ever meet a man at the grocery store. So, I mean, if he's not with Serena or Kendall, Alana's out there,
Come and get
Joe.
it.
Yes. So I just love him. There's nothing I don't like about him. I love how much crap they give each other. That's just like how I flirt. It's just to be mean. And so like
Yeah, I love it.
I just like relate to it. They're just so real.
But I do have a but.
What?
Do you think there's lacking a spark?
No.
No? Okay.
I
Okay.
think they're the whole freaking package.
Okay. I hope so.
I
Because I really am rooting for them with every fiber of my being, but for some reason, sometimes I'm not sure if Serena is as into it. Because Joe, that's just his personality. Like, Joe is who Joe is, and I love it. But I just don't want. I don't know. I just want to make sure that it's for real.
I see Serena as someone who wouldn't be in something that she doesn't want to be. She doesn't need to be. Like, she can do whatever she wants on that beach, and she chooses to spend her time with him.
That's true.
That's how I see it,
Okay,
at
I
least.
like
I
that
think she's pretty
response.
straightforward.
I agree, actually, because I mean, she left Matt's season basically for that reason. Like, if she's
Exactly.
not
And
into someone, she's not gonna fake
as
it.
soon as she saw through Thomas's bull crap, she's like, "Dude, I went, but I missed you the whole time. Let's hang out, you and me." And she's
Yeah.
cool. He's cool. I hope they're at least dating, if not engaged, right now. Fingers crossed.
But the second that Kendall starts coming down, I literally just started going, ah,
It hurt my
no,
insides. It hurt my
no.
insides. But I felt so I needed to do something. I needed to save them after I watched the show last night. So I did some social media searching. No, we aren't spoiler people, so I only looked on the people's profiles who are involved, and they contractually can't spoil it. So that being said, I analyzed Joe, Serena, and Kendall's Instagram just to see what vibe they're putting out for this episode. Joe posts a story, or was it he did a post, I don't remember exactly what form, of a small gif of him and Serena puts her head on his shoulder. To me, that was
Hmm.
a subliminal message to all of us that it is going to be okay. And then, was it Jasenia? It was someone from that season. No, I'm going past myself. So that happened. Then I go to Serena's. She posts just as kind of a selfie thing, her outside saying, "I'll see you tonight on Paradise." And then someone from the season, can't remember exactly who it was, she's like, "Oh, I wish," or "I want a grocery store Joe," or something like that. So someone who knows things mentioned grocery store
Hmm.
Joe on a very sensitive episode where if it didn't work out, it could have hurt Serena's feelings or put her in a bad headspace. Went to Kendall's. It's like Bachelor in Paradise does not exist. She is erasing it from her brain. In conclusion, Joe and Serena are together.
I
So
like it.
I did a deep dive for you guys. Um,
That's actually hilarious to me.
I'm so invested. They're the only ones I'm invested in. Thomas, Aaron, and Tammy. We need to talk about that situation. I'm gonna.
I feel like Aaron was wronged.
Okay.
You don't feel that way. Okay, let's hear it then.
I don't like all three of them.
Yeah, I
In a
actually,
respectful
well,
way, not
no,
them as people, mostly they're TV characters. Um, but okay. Talk to me about Aaron.
number okay, Aaron. I've never liked him. I thought he's kind of immature. But actually, I think that he must be really funny
That's what people are
because,
saying he's the funniest on the beach. I haven't seen it. Where is Aaron? Show me.
well, where it is in that quote in itself. When he was talking about, he's like, it's like watch. Okay, so
Yeah.
backstory: Becca was the Bachelorette. She's up there holding the
Oh, that
rose,
part. You're
and
dumping.
and freaking Aaron,
He is
yeah.
obsessed with her.
No, but it was so funny that he was like, it's like watching a dolphin, something, something. Like, it's just what they're meant to do. And
And Becca's meant to
so
give out those roses.
I think that it was like, that's his sense of humor, and I'm on it. Like, I love that. So give me more of that, and I'm on board for Aaron
Excuse
100%.
me. Yeah, I bet he's a lot more like that in real life versus he knows his role in Bachelor Nation right now, and he probably gets a little
Hmm.
push from producers, and that's how he gets screen time, And so
Hmm.
I feel like he
Yeah.
maybe leans into that role, and maybe he's more of that funny beach guy that everyone's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, but I actually didn't. I felt like he had a right to be upset, for sure.
Um,
I feel like Tammy, I'm not saying that Tammy is not allowed to like other people, but really, do you have to go to the one guy that he hates the most? And if you wanted to do that, then talk to him about it first, because you're obviously more concerned about being with Thomas anyways, but you didn't have to make him watch that. That's
Yeah, there's so
terrible.
many things that Tammy did wrong. It's 100% true. And people even on the beach were saying she just likes kind of the drama. I loved Joe's kind of like little take on it. She puts herself in these positions, she feeds off the drama, she likes it. But so,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of her in this situation either. And yes, Aaron was wrong, but I also think he said some not so good things about Tammy as well as I was really disappointed by Trey and like those guys as it was happening. I guess like they're standing up for their boy, but just very talking about her very negatively in like just kind of bad terms, and it's just not how you should speak about somebody, especially on national TV. So that really bothered me because even though I'm not a
Mhm.
big fan of Tammy, I don't think she deserved that either. Everyone
Yeah.
it was just a crappy situation. And then Thomas, I guess, is the one who something good happens from it out of it, but it's not going to last. You see him on a one-on-one with Becca.
And that's actually why I kind of feel bad for Tammy at the same time. She just literally put her good relationship into the dumpster, went off and made out with the guy thinking, "Oh, now I'm going to get to be with him. He just loves me." Does she not know Thomas? Like, what?
No, put this together. Aaron is with Tammy. Thomas takes her. Aaron just got a rose from Becca. Thomas takes her.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even think that.
So, if we thought the Thomas Aaron feud on Katie's season was bad, and even just the whole Tammy situation, it's going to continue and it's going to go up a notch.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. I just want it to stop. I don't want to deal with them yelling at each other.
Agreed. It's kind of ridiculous. At least if they're going to do yelling, I want it like a yelling match like Chasen and Carl because I thought that was the most hilarious thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh, Trey. So, what a good chivalrous man. I felt like he made the best choice for himself and for Taj, and I just think the way that he did that was very genuine because he easily could have gotten her rose and then looked for who comes down next week or like whatever. And instead of doing that, he's like, like this isn't going to happen for me and her. I want her to have a chance if she wants to. Like I'm just going to leave. And I thought that was very
But
mature.
then she left too.
And well, maybe that was just meant to be
Well,
probably.
one thing that bugs me there is like there's so many people who still want a chance at love that were like gonna not like an extra person went home because of her. I wish she would have
Yeah, I
just
feel like
stayed for a second, give out a rose, and peace out.
yeah, I just don't think she was in the headspace
She
to even
was,
think that
yeah,
way.
losing it a bit, but hopefully, like I
Well,
think just the
that
beach is not a good place for her.
well, and that episode was kind of confusing because I feel like all of a sudden she was freaking out, and I'm like, wait, what
I
happened?
think
They just kind of skipped that. I
well,
feel
try to
like.
think you're on this beach and all this craziness is happening around you. You don't even get a second to think. You don't have your support system. Just feel about like the feeling of just the vibes and what's in the air. Like I feel like that could really
Hmm.
affect you,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
especially if she's already kind
So
of
she might just
prone to
want to
freak
stay
outs a
home from
bit.
now on. Yeah.
um. Okay, Becca. Like I saw a meme from who posted it. The Will You Accept This Look podcast posted this on Instagram. And they were like, Becca, it's a picture of Becca walking in. It's like when like the college kid goes to like a high school party. Like I totally like felt like that's how it was. It's like all these high schoolers and like, oh, like a college like it was just
Yeah.
I didn't for some reason I didn't put together. I thought there was a bachelor or bachelorette who came on. Oh, Nick was, but it was before he was bachelor. That's why for some reason I was
Hmm.
like, I swear there was one on there. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. And Hannah B went on there, but not to be there. She just
yeah.
went to
Oh, and
like
then
talk to
Becca
someone.
actually went last season to talk to Colton. Remember? Because Colton like still had
Hmm.
feelings. We'll see. Oh, I did wanna talk about more Colton jokes because obviously I'm all for the gays.
I
Like,
was just gonna
well,
say that.
you know, these are just fun jokes, but, like, everyone talking about, like, Tia talking about Colton because she was with Colton last season. She's like, "When they really say it's
Yeah.
not me, it's you, believe them." And then I
It's not you,
no,
it's
sorry,
me is what
thank
you
you,
meant to
yes.
say.
And then even didn't Becca say something too?
I don't know, there
There
was
was a
I mean, Demi
handful.
has a couple times.
It was
Yeah.
so freaking hilarious. Um, but
But yeah, I feel like Becca walked in, all the guys were like, hello," and all the girls were like, "Oh,
well, it's like
crap."
I feel like it's kinda like more like a celebrity walking in. So it's like hard I think it's gonna make it hard for her to find someone. It's gonna be hard for them to like
Be
yeah, and
themselves.
also like keep making sure it's like a balanced relationship and not like, oh, it's Becca, so I'll just I think it's gonna be hard to get something real with her. Just
Mhm.
because I mean, she's the most famous one there, has the most followers. Like she has a presence, in the Bachelor Nation world, and it'll be really
Well, and she is the one that everybody is like, "There's nothing wrong with her," because she was the Bachelorette, like, everybody should want to be with her. So, I mean, it doesn't I wonder if any of the guys would say like, "Oh, she's not my type," you
didn't
know?
seem like it. Definitely when she had her
Yeah.
different conversations, I did feel some good banter between her and Aaron. Um,
But at first, it was so awkward, I felt like.
he's
Like,
obsessed
what
with
was he
her.
even
He doesn't
saying?
know. He does not know what he was saying. He has such a full on crush, and it's adorable. It's the first time I kind of like.
Yeah.
I like Becca brought something out in him that I really liked.
But I will say I don't think that she's taking it seriously at all because I feel like she basically is like, "You're a little child."
Yeah, pretty much. He was in 8th grade when she was a senior in high school.
And she made that very clear.
Yeah, probably nothing, but I kind of liked the revenge for Aaron that like, oh Tammy, you dumped me. The Bachelorette just gave me her rose. Ooh.
Yeah, for sure.
um,
Yeah, I'm glad that he got her rose,
yeah,
actually. I don't think any other one would have
yeah,
been
because
better.
everyone remember like right when she walked in, everyone's like, it's gonna be her and Ivan. But there was just like this seemed like zero chemistry. Because I think people guessed Ivan because he was just the closest to her level. He almost made it to Bachelor. He was on the short list.
Mhm. But I think that she needs someone more, like, fun.
Hmm.
Not that Ivan's not, I don't mean it
He's
like that,
very
it's just it's
serious on the
different.
show, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we don't know him enough, maybe. We don't know that fun side
Yeah.
enough.
So really, that's all that I had to talk about in the thing. I mean, they left us on a cliffhanger, but like, do you have anything else that you want to say about the episode?
No, I'm just know that everything's about to just go to hell.
The
That's
cliffhanger
all
with
I know.
Kendall Joe. Like, do you say she's like, "Hi, butthead"? Did you hear that? I think it's like their like pet
No.
name for each other, so it made it even more awkward.
Well, and did you see how he was just laying there and then he was, like, looking around, and he's like, "Oh, oh."
No, because you see Demi, she's also laying really close. She's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," and he's just kind of looking at her like, "What?" Oh, and that's when he kind of prompted him to look around.
Well, because she was, like, right in front of him. It wasn't like
And like I think
he
like
saw her
him
walking
and
up.
Serena weren't like all over each other, but I mean, it was obvious that they were a couple on there. I truly don't know what's gonna happen, but I was actually talking to my friend today, and there's a part of me that is scared that my perfect little Joe is going to do something that bothers me and make him less perfect. He's just going to be in a very tricky situation. He has Serena on one hand that he is pretty close to in a relationship with and has straight up told her that like him and Kendall would never get back together, blah blah blah. Like he has a sense of responsibility with her. But he also has a responsibility with Kendall, who he was with for years, had a very deep and long relationship. And so he has this very fine line to do this next week. And I want him just to rise to those Joe standards I have for him. I don't know exactly what the right answer is, But
That's why I'm just, like, open. Not that I don't know what I want from him. I don't know what he's gonna do. I need the next episode right now so I can watch it because it's
I'm
stressing me the
team
heck
Joe and
out.
Serena, but I'm also team I want Joe to be happy. Okay,
Yeah.
one-liners. Every girl ever wants to be called a smoke show. That's Serena. Do you want to be called a smoke show, Amy? I want to
I
be a
think,
smoke
yeah.
show too. So I concur,
Yeah.
Serena. So this is a quote for right after Tia pulls Kenny for the date. I'm scared for myself, and I'm not even involved in. Okay, sorry, I'm going to start that over because it's good. I'm scared for myself, and I'm not even involved for the wrath of Demi. Brendan.
Yes, that made me pee my pants. And another thing about since it was about that date, um, Joe was sitting by Mari, and immediately when, Tia asked Kenny and Kenny said yes, Mari, like, took a drink of her drink and was kinda
She was.
gloating, and then the second they walked away, she was, like, basically
Yeah.
karma. And then Joe gets up and just like, "I'm out of
Oh.
here. Like, I'm not dealing with this."
He's so funny.
It was really funny.
The only other one that it wasn't even a one-liner, it was just a name being called. I've said it already in this episode, but when Carl calls Chasen Captain Upper Pants for getting the necklace, which he gave the bracelet, was one of the funniest things in the entire world. I actually
We
DM'd
should
Carl
make
about it today, and he's like, "Ah, thank you. I'm so."
we need to make a meme of Thomas in a little diaper
'Cause he's a
for
baby?
Captain
Okay,
Underpants.
no, because of the Captain
No,
Underpants. Do you have the skills to do that? I bet you and Jared do.
I don't
Okay,
know.
you and
I'll
Jared put
try.
his face on Captain Underpants and then change the words to Captain Upper Pants. No one steal this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna put a little "Stop wearing my clothes" stamp on it.
Yeah, so, this week we also have another episode coming out on Friday that is about, it's just relationship advice, a whole episode, and we have a little special stop in from a
Ooh.
guest, and, yeah, but we need questions because people ain't asking, and we got things to say, so, stop wearing my clothes podcast at gmail.com. Questions, comments, whatever you want to say, we want to hear it. Apple podcast, we'd love a rate and a review. YouTube, subscribe and comment, like everything all the time. We just love it.
Yes, and make sure you also follow us on social. We post every day, extra content, IG, Facebook. Follow us on LinkedIn. We're on LinkedIn. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit. Follow us, please. We do cool stuff.
All right.
See
See
ya.
you later.